Step over the threshold and let the terrible truth worm its way into your mind.
Yeah, Dallas, after this run, I'm going to be doing another run tonight. That is going to absolutely be the case. I've already decided what I'm going to do.
A maddening aperture to realms beyond human understanding.
Sorry guys, I'm swapping stuff around here. Alright. Well, tonight has been more work than I wanted it to be already. Anyway. Probably fine. Alright. Nice headset, by the way. Yep, courtesy of Jimmy Vulgarity, who is unfortunately already out, but Jimmy has honestly donated more money than I want to think about to the stream. On top of also sending me this, he sent me an excellent graphics card, which will actually allow me to stream some of the games that you guys have wanted me to, which I've said, quite frankly, I can't. So, Jimmy has just given way too much to this stream. It's like, it's just crazy. If you ever see Jimmy in here in chat, make sure to thank him, man. And drop him a follow when he starts streaming, because goddamn, what a generous motherfucker. All I gotta say about that. Well, hey, thanks, Heavy. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Oh boy, that damage though. Okay. Gonna yell at the front too. Good morning, Malgor. How are you, man? Or lady? I don't actually.
Decimated.
Okay. Gonna drop the stun there. The Falcon Strike. Thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone in this awesome chat. Hope you enjoy your time here, man. Okay, we're gonna just blind fire this. Not important who we hit, just important that we get initiative. Because we have so many extra stuns here, I'm actually going to use this one and then have the Hellion attack. Oh, just kidding. He actually resisted about a 90 there. That happened again. Alright, let's say for the one in the third slot. Okay. I already know what the goals restrictions for the next play
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Action Johnson, thank you for the follow, man. That actually overlapped with this and really confused me. I hope you, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone else in this awesome chat. Hope you enjoy your time here, man. Thanks a lot. So that just put me pretty out of position. Fortunately, my double stunner can take care of that. There we are. Really hesitant to use double occultist here, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Yeah, he actually does really decent damage. An 18 base hit, like, for a person who has all the utility he does, is pretty significant. Okay, we're just gonna have her finish that.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Impressive.
Nice. And the next rules are gonna revolve a little more around taking healers out of the game. I'm actually quite curious at this point how far I can take this game without healers. Without full healers like the occultist and the Vestal anyway.
A dizzying fall.
Since we're currently doing it without 4 classes anyway, let's just take healers out of the mix. I'm actually fine with the cultists. I think occultists are overall a pretty powerful class. They have pretty decent side healing. Like, okay, just don't bring them as, just don't think of occultists as solo healers. That's the only way I can put it. Occultists are much better as utility healers or utility side healers than they are solo healers. If you want a solo healer, bring a Vestal. For utility side healers, occultists are actually quite powerful. The doors do look like puddles, yes. That is a common criticism of set doors. Okay, we got a stun early, that's good. We have a lot of stun in this group, which is actually going to be extremely useful. Wow. He actually took that hit like a champ. And we're going to start by weakening. The reason I'm weakening early is because this guy actually does very significant damage, so having that weakening curse on him is actually pretty helpful. Okay. Now we'll mark. We'll have him continue with the stun. His stun actually does fairly decent damage as well, so now that we have the mark, this should be doing crazy bananas damage. Yep, there it is. Gonna have her lay some damage out on this. We need to kill it before the third turn or it's going to teleport us away. Bad damage though. That's bad actually. That's really bad, holy cow. He's not doing much in his one turn, but what he is doing is putting out significant damage. So this guy's dedicated healing from here on out. We need to not get teleported here as well. I think I can trust her to finish that. It should start healing itself now as well, which is fine. It should reduce the damage that we're taking significantly. Okay, that's dope. It's gonna use its turn to summon another one of those. This is the Locust Beacon mission, yes. Although this is not the Locust Beacon, this is just one of the tumors. Okay, yeah, he's starting to heal. That's good, because that means that I can focus on healing my group up a bit while I take him down.
A devastating blow. The ground quakes.
God, this guy is so good against us. We just need one good heal here, and we're pretty much good, too. Alright, he healed himself, which is fantastic. Next turn, I believe he teleports us, though, so I need to probably go for the kill on him. Oh, he dodged. That's bad. That's real bad. There's a good heal. He might actually teleport us now, though. I don't think there's any way around it. Jesus, those hurt. If we get teleported with him that low, this is actually a serious risk. Oh, he actually resisted too. That's really bad. A series of very bad things are happening. Fortunately, he got a crit heal. Unia's head gives him extremely high heal ratings. We need to kill that before it teleports us. He's gonna spend a turn summoning it anyway. Because we have double stun options here, I can use her to stun instead, which is going to take at least one. We need to keep this from taking at least one of its turns each round. Okay, it's still got that stun resist, which is really unfortunate. So what I might have to do instead here... I'm gonna drop the vulnerability on it. Pick him up a bit. He hasn't taken his turn yet, unfortunately. Really needed her to take her turn because she has very high kill potential here, or she did before it healed itself. She didn't crit. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I didn't expect him to crit, so that's bad. If he hadn't have crit, we would have been fine there. God, he resisted the stun again. That's so unlikely. Fortunately, we're actually getting really good heals off here. Ah, and then we got teleported. That's annoying. You got 2 or 3 stun resists there that were honestly extremely lucky. The guy has a plus 40% stun resist, which is very significant. Ooh, him all the way in the back is not good. Not useful in that spot. Yeah, we're gonna drop a weakness there. Actually gonna drop a double weakness on this thing. This is the only damage that they have. The other threat's the blight, but other than that, we're pretty much fine. Surprisingly, she took initiative over the 9 speed dog, which honestly shouldn't have happened, but I'll take it. And a blind fire for potential initiative here. They keep getting the push, which is really unfortunate. Alright. Pulled a crit out, so not going to have to deal with at least one of those. I'm going to just have to move this guy in front because I really need him. I need one of my stunners in position to actually do their job. Fortunately, he was double weakened, otherwise that would have done a lot more damage. Neither of our stunners are in position though, which is a real pain right now. Somehow the double banish actually worked, which I've never actually seen work. We're definitely going to end up camping after this one. No question there. What are the odds that I kill here? It's actually pretty good. Okay.
This expedition at least promises success.
Yeah, maybe I should just be meleeing with the occultist. That's probably a better idea. In any case, let's see where he teleported me. Nah, I know exactly where I am. And it's not a good spot to be. That's fine. Let's drop the first camp.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable, rats in a maze.
So we definitely want marching and restring. Those are the 2 big damage buffs we have here. Could also drop a dark strength. I think I'm going to do so. How's it going, Omni? How are you, man? We know we want these 2. That's a given. I could drop both Dark Strengths, but he's honestly a little more stressed out than I'm wanting to be right now. Let's take the box off. This guy can afford to drop the Dark Strength. We'll have him do it. We'll take the debuff off from Restring. Do I drop the triage here and just call it good? The triage will pick everyone back up to full. Not gonna have to worry about immediately healing that. That's why I brought it, so... Yeah, okay, we'll drop the triage. Do I use this? It evens out the stress a lot more if I do. I guess we'll wait. We have 3 more camps. I really probably shouldn't be that concerned right now.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
We'll drop 2 on her, which should be more than enough. We're all pretty much where I need us to be, so I'm not too worried. I said I didn't like Man-at-Arms that much anymore, because if I said that, I was clearly drunk, because Man-at-Arms is amazing. Okay, so I think the actual room is right there. I'm pretty sure if I head up here, I'm gonna hit a tumor, but I'm probably just gonna let it teleport me, because this is not one of the rooms I like being teleported to, frankly. God, this guy has got the luckiest resists, and they're at really bad times, because the actual, like, what I'm hitting him with is 139 base with plus 40% chance. So it's about 179. He's got about an 80% chance here each time to get stunned by that. The fact that he's not is really, really inconvenient. So all we're trying to do here is minimize damage until, like, basically we can get out of this fight or we get teleported. So I'm gonna just be chaining stuns and weakening him the whole time, so we take very, very little damage. We'll try to put out some damage, but like I said, I'm really not too attached to the idea of killing that. Good news is, every time I kill that, he has to resummon it instead of doing damage, so... Well, shit, maybe I'll just use her to stun and I'll use him to attack instead then. Or mark for her or something. No, you can't get ambushed in the darkest dungeon. That's not a thing that happens. So his second turn's gone. If we're trading one of our turns for one of his turns, it's pretty much always worth it. That sucks, he resisted the debuff. Oof, yeah, 9 damage. Actually not that good unless he crits, surprisingly. Uh-oh. Okay, he still had the weakness on for that, so it did relatively little damage. This guy is a little lower than I'm comfortable with him being, but what do you do? If she had crit while I had the mark, she actually would have done around 60 damage there. That too. Okay, that sucks. Okay, so we need to use the anti-venom right away. Go for the stun. This thing's probably going to teleport us this round if I don't kill it.
A powerful blow.
Yep, okay. This is actually bad. We got teleported with one person who's pretty low. Fortunately, it's all dogs. Bad news is they're really fast. Okay, we're going to stun the one in the third slot. Fortunately, we got really good initiative here, so we're actually going to have a full stun round just to heal him up. There it is. Okay. We're just going to blind fire for initiative and kill whichever one we hit if we can. Unfortunately, that's the only one that we can't actually actively target, but you know. Okay, we can actively target that one. Still gonna just try to lay stuns down on every single one of them if we can. I think this is the room we wanted to be teleported to. Yeah, this is certainly one of the good options. Because now we can just head back down and I know exactly where to go. Yeah, well, I mean, you can't get ambushed in the darkest dungeon, so it's not really an issue. You literally can't get ambushed. Everything in the darkest dungeon is actually pretty scripted. There are several good... Oh. Yeah, when it comes to camping, you generally... I see what you're doing now. Sorry, I somehow missed the first comment in that conversation. Yeah, generally you want to avoid getting ambushed at night, because night ambushes can be extremely lethal because you're force surprised and rearranged and all that good stuff. What happens? I could try to drop the stun again. At this point, it's about a 30%. Odds are not that good. I don't think I could actually stop it. Yeah, I didn't think so. If I had crit him, I probably would have killed, but the odds of that actually happening weren't quite great. Fortunately, without a mark, they're really not that powerful. Oh, I always knew you couldn't get done ambushed in the darkest dungeon. That's one of the nicest parts, honestly. I actually want to stall this a bit. With 3 healers, we actually have really good heal options here, and 2 dogs are probably the best possible thing we can stall against in this entire dungeon, so I'm going to buffer the heal with the Arbalist heal buff. There we go. Get off a huge heal. Just cycle stuns and we'll get everyone back up to full health. As he crits me.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
It's actually fun. Build is worse in a lot of ways, but man, dude, the Cove has by far the most unpredictable damage in this game. That's one thing that I've just, like, gotten sick of with that place. The Cove, especially in dark runs, like, is just unpredictable damage city. Gotta go for the kill there. We have 1 left and he's lost his turn. We should get initiative before him and we should be able to finish him off. This is acceptable.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the tasks.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to run into another fight before we get to that tumor again. Which isn't great. But it is what it is. I think we have 1 more fight of buffs and then we camp again if we want to keep them. Yep, okay. It's one of these. This is actually not that bad of a fight. Unfortunately, the worst part of it's the blight. Okay, so we only got marked. If the dog takes initiative, this is going to be pretty bad for us. If he doesn't, we're good. Okay, dog did not take initiative, so we're actually just going to stun the dog before he gets to hit the marked target. If we kill the dog here, this fight's actually remarkably... because these 2 mark for the dog to do damage, and... problem solved. There we go. Okay. So now all they have is marks, which is totally fine. Wow, he actually missed. That's surprising. Yeah, I will say, you only make the mistake of hitting Wilbur once, though. That's the nice part about the Wilbur thing. You only make that mistake once. Wow, that heal. Totally unrequired at that time, but damn, I'll take it. Pretty much everyone's full health, so I'm pretty happy with where we are.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I'm pretty sure it's right here. If I head straight down, I think that's my best possible option. Oh, wait. Oh, we still have it for 1 more turn. Okay. We still have our buffs for 1 more round. That's good. I have a new graphics card that was sent to me by our lovely fellow Jay Weatherby, so I'm going to be installing that over the weekend, and that's going to give me far more leeway in what I actually want to play on the stream. So this new headset is also from, no, not Weatherby, I'm sorry, Jimmy Vulgarity. He also sent me this new headset, which is amazing. Okay, so once you hit the Templars, the fortunate thing about the Templars in this, the Templars completely surround the actual middle area of the 3rd dungeon. So if you hit a Templar and you keep walking down that hallway, you're going to hit the final area, which actually means that we are literally right there from the final area. Yeah, I know. I totally messed that up. Sorry, Weatherby. You're the one who donated the webcam, so for some reason I say your name for a lot of stuff. Needless to say, the people who have donated to this stream have been exceedingly generous, so we'll be able to do all kinds of new stuff with the stream soon, which is amazing. How's it going, Hanuki? I should mod Weatherby, actually. Good point. No more mind cam, no more duct tape, yeah. I know, the suffering. Do we have anyone who's good at backing here? I kind of want to... Yeah, we actually have someone who's a backtracker. I'm actually going to backtrack because that was our last camp buff. For this last room, I actually want to have the camp buff, so I'm just going to take the camp here, and then we'll go in for the final room. I've actually found backtracking to be an unusually good thing to have. Someone donated? I have absolutely no warning about donations. Please tell me my Twitch alerts isn't broken again. Alright, 1 second. Let's camp.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
I want to do a max camp here. On the offhand chance I get teleported out of here. The final room can teleport me, which is half the reason I don't exactly want a full camp. But I have... Actually, I have more than enough food. Okay, we'll full camp. We'll play like we're going to win here. If we don't, we'll still be in a good position. Okay. Lamping the last time, we're going to restring and marching plan. Take the debuff off from restring. I think we're actually going to double dark strength her as well. Okay. We're going to toss the double dark strength. Then we're going to remove the stress off these three. And have him use Abandon Hope. And remove the stress off him and have him Abandon Hope. Perfect. Alright, so we ended up with much less net stress on everyone at the end, which is great. What we wanted. So she's an absolute monster now. She has plus 60% damage. Everybody else gets a plus 2 speed, and the stress is relatively... Okay, 1 second here. Let me let the cat out.
Purchase. Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Oh my god, not having to take my headset off to do that is like the greatest blessing of my life right now.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Okay, now let's take the final fight. I definitely did not get a donation. Oh, donate to you? Oh, okay. I understand now. I'm like, are you talking about to me? Because if so, I feel really ungrateful right now. Am I crazy? Alright, well, we're gonna go into this final fight. I'm not sure what everyone's saying. Let's drop the holy waters for this one. It's quite important that this fight goes well. Thought so. Alright, let's drop the stun here. Nice, okay, we actually got the stun this time. This is what I needed. Okay. We don't need her following up the stuns, we're actually just going to use her to attack. We're going to drop the vulnerability. .36 base is pretty damn good. Oh shit, he crit my healer. Oh shit, that's really bad. My healer's gonna Death Store. Oh no. He resisted the stun, the first one. That's bad. Need him to drop a real heal here. Okay, he full healed himself. Whew, that crit. Okay, the mark is gone, but my healer's alive. Okay, he's gonna start healing himself here, which is like amazing because that's gonna save me. We need to kill this round or he teleports us. Need this stun to actually hit. Okay. Good enough.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
God damn it. I fucking knew it was gonna be you again, and I love you. Okay. Another 50 donation from our dear friend Mustache Cream. Reads, just give me a chance, I won't let you down, I promise. 100% swag. Oh god damn it. Thank you so much, Mustache Cream. I don't know who you are, but the world needs more heroes like you. Thank you so much for the 50 though, really. That's absolutely amazing. Whoever you are, Mustache Cream. Whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much. Also, I'll see you later, Shockwaves. Thanks for the luck wishing. Thank you so much for the 50 though, man, really. You've also donated an extraordinary amount to the stream, and I really do appreciate it. God. We never get any good hits off when we have that mark. It's kind of a shame. I don't have the Mustache Cream, I sold it. Damn it, we got teleported. Ah. This is the worst place we could have gotten teleported as well, which is a damn shame. Good news about this is it gives us a chance to pick our team up. Bad news is we got teleported. I did sell the Mustache Cream, dude. I needed the money. Yeah, my PC could definitely use some work, that's for sure. Ace? Now she fucking... now she crits, gosh darn it. I'm okay with survival games. I don't... Honestly, I gotta be real. Early access ruined. Okay, that's the 0. At least you got a 0 out here, though. I'd much rather he gets it out here than, like, when I actually need it. We have until round 3 before we trigger any stress stall, so... Let's just get everyone back up to full health here. Or as close as we can possibly get it anyway. Alright. Yeah, it turns out partnership isn't actually that easy, Gore.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
So we're gonna try making it back towards this direction. I do not suspect we're going to make it anywhere even close, frankly. Kind of almost hoping we run into another tumor fight just so I can kind of get out of this. Yeah. That's pretty much the worst place you can get teleported. We're actually starting to get pretty lucky with the teleport, unlucky with the teleport RNG. We're not going to bother attacking him. We actually want to get teleported. We just want to be at max health when we do teleported. He's got that 80% stun resist because of that stupid carryover bug, so we're just gonna have to swing here. Okay. He only attacked the tank, which is what we wanted anyway. Need to stun here. These are 80% stuns though, so I really shouldn't even be like in a position where I'm thinking that they're going to fail. That's kind of the weird part about this, but we've managed to fail about 4 of them so far, which is pretty unusual to say the least. Yeah, I'm a little surprised myself. Okay, we got teleported while we were at fairly high health. This is fine, this is what we wanted. Another really bad teleport spot, though. Good news is it's a bit of a recovery fight. We can use it as such. We're gonna probably have to camp after this one again. Yeah, I don't know. As tempting as it is for me to get impatient, if I have to be completely honest, the fact that I'm... Why is this a bit laggy? That's a good question, because it shouldn't be. Okay, we're gonna blind fire for initiative here. We got the target we wanted as well, because we can finish that off next turn. Got the full heal on her, we can probably at least top her off next round, which is perfect. How much money do we need for you to throw at you for your partner? In all seriousness, I was considering putting up a Patreon, but the reality of the actual streaming that I've been doing is I haven't been doing this very long. I've been doing this like, what, a month and 2 weeks? I have to be honest, it's kind of unheard of for me to be doing this well for only streaming for a month and 2 weeks, so I'm pretty sure they're kind of, for lack of a better word, feeling out the current situation and seeing, you know, is this guy actually going to stay this well? Is he going to keep doing this, etc.? Well, I don't like it, I sort of understand it, is what I'm saying. And if it's stuttering, I have no idea why. It shouldn't be, but then again, I don't have the best computer in the world, and this game has a weird habit of having frame drops.
It's a goal without hope.
If I camp here, what I'm basically saying is I'm counting on the fact that we're going to get to that final boss again in the next couple runs through here. Which is honestly not something I can actually count on, but it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna drop these two as usual. Drop the herbs to take that off. At this point, I think we're actually going to full de-stress these two, because this is actually getting a little out of hand. I don't really need another buff on her anyway. We have 3 possible de-stresses. We can take a total of 45 off, which is Good. There we go. Not too bad. Got them both down to 20. She's got both of her buffs. That was the important part anyway. I think we're going to run into another tumor fight and get teleported. At this point, we have to get teleported somewhere that we've been before. Because we've pretty much been teleported everywhere, so... Yeah, in 2 or 3 more days, Mustache Cream will be basically my sugar daddy, so it's fine. Like, we know exactly where we need to be, and we've already done a good part of the damage necessary, so you would think. Okay, I'm actually going to stun this guy, which is an unusual choice, but I really don't want him getting a stun off before I do. So good to know he can't Nash the backline, which means that if she gets marked, that's actually the safest bet for me. We really need this to die. But I don't want her to die either, so... I'm gonna stun these two. We actually missed a stun on him. Or rather, we couldn't get the overlap because this game's weird like that. Gonna have her blind fire for initiative. There we go. Wow, that 13 damage to the dog. That is literally the least possible damage she could have done, which is really unfortunate. He got pushed to the back, which isn't good. We actually just have to move him back up because of that. That's really annoying. I keep pushing my stunners out of position, which is making this fight significantly harder than it needs to be. He's gonna get off a move, which sucks because he does stuns. At least my healer's in position now, though, which is good. Hopefully he actually pushes him back over to everyone else, because, yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, now my healer's out of position, but, you know. I have to move my healer in position here. That's bad. So there's a series of situations that could have presented themselves here where he actually could have died. Gonna yell at this so it doesn't stun me. Everyone's back in position. He only has a minimal stun resist. We're actually gonna have to stall here for heals. There's no way I can go into the next fight with him this low. Oh, never mind, he's gonna Death's Door. Oh, just kidding. We got really lucky on initiative there. We didn't get a good heal again, though. Okay. Take that off. Need to stop this thing from doing that. Hopefully it doesn't actually stun my healer. Did, that's really... Alright, well anyway, we have them both stunned next turn. Now that he's stuck in the first 2 slots, he only has 1 move that he can do, and it's a fairly weak move, so at least we're not going to have to worry about that. Yeah, resist the stun, which is annoying, but what do you do? Gonna have her buffer the heal on this guy so we actually get some sort of decent heal, or at least have a much better chance of it being the case. Once again, healer out of position now because of that. They're getting very, very good rolls on these banishes. Could actually Death's Door here. Yep, Death's Door her.
Teetering on the brink, facing the
This is actually turning into a serious problem. I may just have to kill them. I really need this guy to get off 1 decent heal. There we go. Resisting all the stuns. I think I'm just gonna kill this. It gives us 2 turns, it'll give us until 9 to fully heal. Fine. Gonna have her heal him again because his health is at a reasonable level. We're gonna depend on him to heal himself. There we go. And then we just have to kill him this round, unfortunately. I'm gonna depend on basically... Actually, we might just have to take a stress round here. I really don't like that idea, though. Yeah, the third darkest dungeon should not have been this hard, but I've been getting really, really bad teleports, unfortunately. We've literally been teleported to every corner of the place, which is not actually generally the case. So this has turned into quite the pain in the ass. Jesus Christ, it's another one of these fights. These are actually the most difficult fights in this dungeon. I may have to actually straight retreat here. Yeah, I might actually have to straight retreat here. This is a serious problem. This is by far the hardest fight in this dungeon. And getting 2 of them in a row is disastrous. If I retreat, I might afflict him, though. We need the healer not to get stunned no matter what. He can still be death stored by this thing if she doesn't get it. Okay, she got initiative. She should get initiative next round. No question. We're just gonna take one of the dogs out. Actually, if she manages to push him back, this would not be good, but at the very least he can't get hit from there. Yeah, they stunned my stunner, which is really bad. Am I actually gonna put her out of position? I think I am. This is a really, really weird move, but I need this guy to be able to heal because he's the only one that I brought the healing skill on. Or the only guy I brought a significant healing skill on. Need Hellion to get off the double stun here. Oh my god, I was fucking clicking for something else. I just moved my healer all the way to the front, the one turn he could have healed. That's awesome. Oh, I'm not mad. Well, let's just say I didn't do the dumbest thing I've done in a while. Yeah, I'm pretty mad. Hopefully this banish actually works. That's really convenient. He knocked him right back into position for me. Okay. We're gonna have to stall this fight now. There's no choice. My neighbors are probably awake now, as is my roommate. Gonna take a drink and calm down a bit. Okay, we got a stun, that's good. He's gonna get off one attack, as long as it's not on the healer, we're fine. It's actually okay. That sucks. I didn't want to kill him, but I had to get the stun, so... Okay. Have one more turn. He got initiative and healed for a 3. They can't get reinforcements yet, so we have to kill him this round. Actually, I might take the stress round. That's not good. I really need her not to be at that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the stress round. I really didn't want to have to do that, but I really need him to heal. Like, I really, really need him to heal. He should have initiative here. Of course not. As long as he gets this initiative, we're good. He didn't. Jesus Christ. Okay, now I have to kill it or it gets reinforcements.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay. We're gonna just have to roll with it. For better or worse. He took it. He actually didn't get initiative over someone too slower, so... We actually just kind of need to either kill this immediately or get teleported immediately. Okay, resisted the 80%. Not resist 280%. That's a 6. Just blind fired for initiative there. Actually, initiative's kind of important. Okay, that's bad.
About to break.
Okay, we just got teleported immediately. Where is it? We got teleported to the furthest possible one away again on the second turn. This is actually like the most... I've done this dungeon 7 times and I've never had RNG like this in this dungeon. This is kind of ridiculous. I actually don't want to win this fight either. We're actually just going to use this as a chance to heal up again. Got the stun. Let's put damage on it so he's forced to heal it. There we go. We're cool. It's gonna have to heal itself. There's no way it can't. Okay. Just gonna keep doing that. It'll get healed, that's fine. We don't want to be here anyway. We're using this to catch up, basically. Wow, he actually went for an attack with 15 HP left. That's good. Right. I could move my Arbalist forward one, but I want her to be out of range of a lot of attacks, which is why she's where she is. We also need her putting... He has 1 HP. We need her putting pressure on.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Awesome. Thank you so much for following, man. I really appreciate it. You have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone in this wonderful chat. Hope you enjoy your time here, man. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna use this time to heal her up. Hopefully. Did you get your video card delivered? I did. I have a new video card available now, and I also have this new headset, so that's awesome. Needless to say, we are on cloud 9. Other than the fact that RNG is literally playing with my butt. Do I just fight through this? I'm thinking of all the possible options of where I could get teleported. There's only one other place right here that I haven't already cleared. Yeah, I want to get teleported. There's no way around it. I actually want him to teleport me. I want to get to full health and then get teleported. Oh my god, he actually triggers stress. Ugh, that's so annoying.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Master Babel, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. You have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone in this awesome chat. Hope you enjoy your time here, man.
An insidious killer.
I did not know that that thing could actually trigger its own stress. Or you know. This is my hell. Okay. Healer's out of position, unless I banish him back too, which would be awesome. Nice. Okay. Good Death Storm. Yep, Death Storm.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Good news is I equipped heal on him for precisely this reason, so that if he got pushed all the way into the back, he could heal himself. So yeah. Okay, one down. This thing can only violent hack from right here. Okay, he put me back in correct order, so that's fine. These turns are both taken by just the stun. Okay, this is good. Now that they're both here, I can double stun them with her. Okay. It's fine. Even if they stun her, it's fine. Okay, both healers are out of area to do their job right now. Okay, put the healer back in his position. Actually got a good heal for once. Remember, like, was it 2 runs ago? 3 runs ago when I said I had... No, it was this run. This run through Darkest Dungeon. When I said I had encountered the most egregious RNG I had ever seen, I take it back. I have now encountered the most egregious RNG I have ever seen. That's not good. That's not gonna hold him over.
How quickly the tide.
Just got that stored, didn't push him back. If this thing gets a turn, it could kill him. Okay, double resisted on a 50. We healed him, okay. Double resisted that on a 50%. And a blind fire for initiative. I need that not to hit him again. The 3. Yep, he's death stored and he's tested.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
And hopeless. Alrighty. Gonna buffer the heal. Okay. Well, we have to drop our last camp here, I think. I don't really think we have much of a choice. It's pretty much do or die at this point. Looks to be the case. He actually rejected the camp.
A moment of respite.
That's kind of hilarious, actually.
A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Okay. At this point, starvation is the least of our worries. Honestly. Okay, we're gonna revel. We're gonna take the debuff off the whole team using these. That's the highest value de-stress I have. We're gonna Dark Strength her. And then that's what we got. That is what we got. I'm not even gonna bother with this because he's probably gonna reject it anyway.
The light, the promise of safety.
I've never used Revel before, but we have all these left over because we brought these originally in case the tumors used Bulging Gaze, which they use about 50% of the time. They have used it twice out of the entire time we've been in this dungeon. To put that in perspective, that means that they've used their most damaging attack about 90% of the time in a dungeon where we've had just the most ludicrous RNG I've ever encountered. So, I don't know. We have one more shot at this. Let's make it a good one. Still the same run. All we have to do is kill this and we win. All we have to do. Resisted the 80% again. Get his most damaging attack again. Did not resist the 80%. Okay, targeted the same guy twice in a row.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Hey, there we go. $11 damage with the mark. He could teleport next round. Teleported. Teleported after we killed him. Teleported to the only area where we'd have to fight to get back. Okay. If I win this, I just want to say, fuck this dungeon. Just gonna put that out there. Marked himself. Cool. Did not resist the 80. The little things. Got a crit. Can we get another one? Hey. Let's see if he teleports me. Okay. I don't know. This really is an egregious example of this dungeon. I have to admit, I've done this dungeon 7 times. I've never seen anything like this. Okay, he's targeting the lady in the back. He crit targeted the lady in the back, but she actually can't get hit by these, so that's fine. It's actually, in a strange way, fine. Okay. All we have to do is beat these and get to the last person. So all we have to do is not die on this fight. Nice. Gonna blind fire for initiative. Got a crit. We did it. We crit something. We got it. We did it. Can we crit again? Oh my god, we can do it again. There is a Jesus. There's actually a real person named Jesus. He existed. Gonna heal her just in case they decide to like quadra crit her for 90. This is actually the worst Arbalest I've ever brought into this place. Does that make you sad? Because it makes me sad. My last Arbalest actually like solo carried too. She just crit a lot more. The reason why they generally have high crit is because the way this works is when you have a marked target, you're 100% more damage and 10% more crit. So technically speaking, all those times I was shooting at the marked tumors, she had the potential to be doing like 60 crits. The only time she ever crit a marked target was that very last time that I just did, where she finally crit a marked target for like 50 something. But yeah, technically speaking, that can happen quite frequently. Okay, we just have to not get teleported. Literally all we have to do. Actually, everything that needs to happen here is we don't get teleported. Also, holy shit, we hit 800 followers tonight. Well, that's a really positive thing, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that, but thank you all for the 800 followers. Really appreciate it. Fuck this dungeon. Never again. God, that feels good. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, that was cool.
At last, the twisted heart of the world is laid bare.
How's it going, minions?
Sword or supplication.
Yeah, that dungeon was actually like, oh my god. That's the saltiest I've ever been at this game before. Legit. That dungeon. Ooh. That's okay, you know? We're done. It's over. We're good. Not a thing anymore. It's okay. I don't know if I actually have the money to equip all these guys. I don't. Just looking at this, I know for a fact I don't. Kind of a lame. What week is it? 83. So this was our final group. It's an extremely high DPS group, which you need for this particular final dungeon anyway. I don't want to do that because let's say I actually do fail the last dungeon. I actually have one more shot at this if I can level another group up in time. So selling all my trinkets is actually not the best thing I can do. I may just do one more run here. Is that a perspective trick or is your cat just giant? It is an unusually big cat, but I wouldn't say it's a... She's a very big cat though. Let's get rid of the stuff that I absolutely don't need. That I'll just never use. Okay, so we don't have... Oh, we do have another. But we wouldn't be using this in the final dungeon anyway. What's the reward for clearing a darkest dungeon? The entire group is de-stress. You typically get a fair amount of money and a trinket. And the satisfaction of clearing the darkest dungeon.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Storage trinkets are specifically for the second darkest dungeon. They reduce the stress damage and the actual damage from a skill called Revelation, which is used by the bosses of the second darkest dungeon. That will basically, if you don't have one on, cause you to instantly go fully insane in life. Okay, let's get what we need for now. See where we're at. Yeah, we don't have the money for this. We're actually gonna have to do another run. I know you guys are gonna hate me, but we actually don't have the money to fully upgrade our people. Because I need 1,500 there. I need another 2,250 there. And this is if I'm not finishing off her skills too, which I also don't really want to screw with. So unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to do another one. And I know you guys are gonna hate me, but I pretty much have to. It's where we're at. Oh, stream is not over. We just started. But unfortunately, we are gonna have to do another small run, guys. Sorry. There's no way around it. I need all these trinkets because here's the thing. Let's say this last run just goes completely off the fucking rails and we get absolutely destroyed, right? I still have a chance to win this. Even with 4 deaths, that'll only put me at 11 out of 13, which means that if I level up another party, I still have the 2 deaths to finish it. So, if I go in again, and I sell all my trinkets, and I don't have any trinkets left to level another group, that's going to be a bigger problem than if I just play this smart. Oh god, no, are you kidding me? No, you shouldn't even bother trying to clear the champion bosses in NG plus dark runs. That's just a nightmare. So I know you guys want me to just go all in and like try to kill myself doing this, but number 2, I still have to buy supplies for this dungeon, which just won't support. I mean, there's a lot of risk involved. Alright, Sneaky Jake, thanks for coming out, man. I'll see you around. Let's see here. What else could I actually sell? I don't need that. That's just completely optional. It's not a matter of nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's just taking unnecessary risks. I mean, trust me, I've beaten this game on NG plus Torchless already. I'm doing NG plus Torchless minus 4 classes this time that I let the chat ban. It's not that I've never taken risks, it's that there's a difference between taking risks and potentially throwing an entire run away for something that you don't need to. That's worth nothing. Where does that put me? 13? I'm trying to see if I can sell stuff I don't really care about and then still do this run.
Decimated.
Who did it? A musty skunk. Thank you for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your time here, man. You have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone in this wonderful chat. Thanks a lot. What's going to be happening here? We're going to start her in the 4th, but she's going to inevitably get herself up to the 1st slot. You can't sell Revelation trinkets now. All you have to do is bring them into the final dungeon and you get the achievement now, Gossam. As long as they enter the dungeon, you still get the achievement now. You don't have to keep them alive. I think I might take the ability to take bleeds and blood off herself. The offhand chance those get out of hand. Okay, say can't sell those. I guess I'll upgrade Shadow Fade instead. Shadow Fade gives a much higher dodge rating. Okay, let's see what the damage is on doing this run. Ismus. We're actually gonna have to keep her in the second, that sucks. Because these people would be horribly, or I guess I could put her in the third originally, but we want her to be in the fourth the whole time. Or I suppose we could do this. Plunge her forward once, keep her in the second, and Ismus is going to be taking the initiative anyway. Okay, I see what I'm doing here. That's an extremely accurate attack. We need her to be hitting 100% of the time. Her to be hitting 100% of the time. The bad news is if I do this, they're going to have the additional stress damage, so chances that these two go nutty is extremely high as compared to these two. Okay, I think we can do it with this. Vestal's in second because we're going to lunge past her anyway. The final stage of the last boss is Cosmic. Most of its other phases are Eldritch. Okay, well, is this gonna be a Here Goes Nothing? Pretty sure this is a Here Goes Nothing. But she's going to move back anyway, because she's going to lunge first turn, so it's not a big deal. You have to take the shovel. The grave robber brings one no matter what anyway, and you can't stop it from happening. You can't get hungry in the hallway now. Food's not essential here, shovels aren't essential here. None of that other stuff. Take the light all the way down, so that's going to be where the fight actually is. Hey, that's stress.
In all my terrible researches, what I sought was a glimpse behind the veil, a crumb of cosmic truth. I found it here, and in that moment of brain-blasting realization, I ceased to be a man, and became a herald, an avatar of the crawling chaos. Life feeds on life. In your petty pursuit of family redemption, you consume those who rally to your cause, and in so doing, you strengthen the thing, accelerating the end. This is as it should be. It is why you are here.
I actually backed up completely unnecessarily just to show you guys this. In case you didn't know, there's a nice little secret room here. A journal page in it. And that journal page reads, you examine the ragged piece of flesh. It reeks of sweat and tears. A series of crude gouges in the skin pulsate and seep blood. They seem to form a pattern. You can just make out the following. We at Red Hook Games are deeply grateful for your support and your time spent in the darkest dungeon. Good luck in the coming battle. That's fun. For some reason, she's taking claustrophobia damage, even though we're in space.
We are chained here forever, you and I, at the end of the world. Free yourself, rouse the thing, and embrace the ineffable cosmic hideousness that lives within us all.
Fun little secret room.
You still foolishly consider yourself an entity separate from the whole. I know better.
He took initiative over that, which is hilarious because that means that it wastes our first turn. I didn't even know you could actually... Dismas is so fast, he took initiative over that. How's it going, Rocky? Okay, so they're nuking her first. That's bad. Okay, he healed instead of summoning another one, even though there's none of them alive, which is really weird, because that's generally not how that works. Also, spoiler alert, if Dismas dies, everybody does not die. All I can do is blind fire there, so unfortunately I had to hit him because for some reason turns are happening in a really strange order. Nice, that is very lucky to get two right out the gate. We're really unlucky that they're all just mass targeting her, though. She's pretty much gonna go crazy right at the start, and there's nothing we can do. That's bad. That's good. Took her to 1 HP, which isn't great, but what do you do? We'll be able to top both of these off this round. We're actually cycling these really quickly, which is really nice, and we're getting really good rolls. Yeah, we're cycling these ridiculously quickly. I've never cycled it this fast. Using a triple damage composition was actually the way to go here. I've never used triple damage comp before, and I'm not regretting it at all. I had been thinking of doing this for a long time because this is more of a damage fight than it is a duration fight, and I'm not regretting it, that's for sure. The only bad part is she's eating so much stress and she's definitely going to be tested, and we're just going to have to deal. We know now from doing this fight about 1 billion times, though, that we get rid of the tested person first every time. Whoever's tested, that is the first person you get rid of, because they are by far the biggest liability. Unless they virtued. Which, while possible, is not always that likely. Okay, she's tested. They literally all just targeted her, so... Yes! Fucking Rossi! Oh my god, she actually did it. Oh shit. Courageous. Fuck, man. That works. Okay, well, now I can take my time. She fucking virtued. She fucking virtued. God damn, that was good. Yeah, this really does make up for the shit RNG in the other place. True fucking story right there. We didn't get a good kill there. How's it going, Teddy? How are you? Misha, all I see is Arbalists are crits for days now and virtues. Yeah, I don't know, my Arbalists are pretty good, not gonna lie. Good for my Arbalists. Way to do things. Okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry. In all seriousness, my cat is kind of huge, so if I don't let her out, she actually does damage the door. I basically have a bobcat. Also, yeah, she did give her an infusion in the middle of this fight. Okay, this needs to die. Courageous gives stress heals. Okay, we're on stage 2.
Flesh is fluid. It can be changed, reshaped, remade.
Actually gonna put that on her, just for the simple reason that I don't want her getting moved around beyond my control. She's courageous, so she already has huge resistances, so I don't have to worry about it. We can't actually do anything about this. We have to wait until he moves forward. This is a 4-stage fight. Well, she got moved anyway. No, I'd say the first stage is by far the hardest stage, frankly. We need him to move. Normally he moves by now. Yeah, he keeps doing this move, which unfortunately doesn't cause him to actually shift in any way. Really sad, Dismas can't attack. He can hit 1 through 3, but he can't hit 4. From the front, anyway. That's actually really bad, because we don't want her there. We actually just have to move her back. Kind of silly. We're actually just taking a lot of excess stress damage here because he's not moving, which is really weird. He has another ability that he uses called Remake, which causes him to shift. There we go, refashion them. Oh, and he crit it for 26. Okay, and put a bleed on her. Well, I did get my wish. Oh shit, Dismas is here. How's it going, Dismas? I forgot I have a Dismas. You got me there, I did ask for it. This Aria box is doing so much work on her, though. Okay, this next phase is basically just a series of us attacking a thing and healing up, so... So now we just wreck on this and heal up.
It is undying. Pray it does not take too hideous a form.
We're gonna be dropping the holy waters here to avoid getting the blight every time we hit it. Yeah, that's nutsack looking thing is stage 3. To answer your question, yes. This stage is just about trying to take this down before it transforms. We're hitting really lightly on a lot of these, though. Except for that, which is not hitting lightly. Yeah, we have one more round to kill it. You hit the least you could possibly hit there, but Dismas should be able to finish this off. There it is. Okay, so we killed it, so he has vastly reduced HP here.
Progenitor of life, father and mother, alpha and omega, our deliverer and our destroyer.
Rev up those Fs, yeah, pretty much. Alright, she got the stun. So we're gonna throw her out immediately if we have to make the choice. Alright. Alita, you served us well, but I need to let you go now. Thank you for your service, Alita. Goodbye. Pay your respects to Alita. F in chat. Press F to pay respects. Alright. You served us well. Press F to pay respects. Gloomy failure. You were by far our best. Fucking did it. 4 band classes, NG plus Dark Run. And we ended it with Dismas.
Victory. A hollow and ridiculous notion.